Only 24 years old, already has 7 exes, and all of them are evil, like comically evil. My wife has a make-believe job and it's kind of annoying. Her day is wake up at 8:28 alarm, clock in virtually, make coffee, maybe work out, join Zoom call at 10. She literally says hello and hangs up. Sees a client around noon, maybe a second at 1. Stops for lunch, maybe goes to a thrift store or Target, gets home at 2. Work is officially over. Clocks out virtually at 8 hours she has an alarm set for. She makes more than me. I mean, if she's making more than you, how make-believe is that job? I'm just saying, I mean, she's clearly the breadwinner. Make-believe that, dude. Game has morally good and bad routes and choices. Always play the good guy. Try to play the asshole route to spice it up for once. Immediately feel bad and reload save to correct it. Why can't I do it, bros? You're just a natural friend. Just a good guy, just a good old-hearted, good-natured guy with a beautiful smile. He just love being a good guy. Met a girl in uni work group. Ultra broken English with a strong Russian accent. Cute. Talk about video games and go out together a few times. Invite me over to her place. Hell yes. Arrive at her place, she lets me in. Her pets, a Prussian Blue and Rottweiler, come after hearing me at the door. Those are my pets, cat and dog. No. What are they called? She gets the biggest eating grin imaginable. She points at the cat. He is dog. What? .jpg. Then she points at the dog. She is cat. About to correct her as she's giggling. It is short for Katerina and Douglas. Ah, she's the one, bros. That's silly. That's funny and it's clever. And that's all I need in a woman. She's the one, bros. Takes Onion's boy diet. Smugly makes a vid on how it didn't do anything. Years later makes a vid. He looks like this now. He's barely 30. Onions is a twink killer confirmed. Hey, you leave him alone. He just made a great video. We get one a year. It's like Groundhog's Day. If H Bomber guy sees his reflection, we don't get a video for another few months. He did make a very good video though. Play as a girl, look down, get horny. Why do it be like that? Cause I don't know, man. That's a question for you and God. Godzilla -1 budget. I've yet to see this movie. I need to watch it. 15 million USD. 15 million budget, outperforming Disney's multiple 200 to 300 million budget movies this year. How did she do it? Oh, by being good. Yeah. Buys an IP made for boys, replace all boy characters with girls, says it's not for boys, it's for everyone, says it's explicitly female, fire your last male lead, lose billions, forcing it to be just women. What is this post about? I just had to Google Disney fires last male lead to see what they're talking about here. What IP is this about? I don't understand. Dating a blind girl. All of her friends are blind. Love that she holds my arm when we're out. Love that she eventually got used to my apartment and can now navigate around by herself. Love that her guide dog is super friendly and always on the job to help her. Love that her family sees me as a great person because her being blind doesn't bother me. Love that she doesn't use the internet because it's too much hassle. Love that she requests I read new books for her in my voice and record them so she has her own boyfriend audiobook library. Why haven't you taken the blind pill, Annan? Oh, just because, you know, we don't see eye to eye. Sorry, that's a dumb joke. 2025. GTA 6 finally arrives. First ever female protagonist in GTA history. 495 gigabyte download. Oh well, clear every game in your inventory. 30-hour install. Boot up the game. 2-hour update. Install. Start game. Opening scene. You're getting vigorously piped down by the male side character. That's my game of the year. Oh, come on. Come on, we love them. Hey guys, it's Critical. Today we're making yet another clip from my live stream of me watching a YouTube video that somebody else made and getting 1 million views for what little I add in words. With my boring, dry, tired, hey, be nice to them. We're both Florida boys. We got a lot in common. Also, for comedic effect, I will stretch the image on the YouTube thumbnail for the billionth time. Please laugh. Hey man, people like his intake. People like his insight. I think it's a good racket. I like the guy. And listen, man, he's my YouTuber. Leave him alone. Criticizes Chris Pratt's voice performance in the Mario movie. Gets butthurt when people criticizes his performance in Yakuza. Name a bigger bitch in video games. Well, seeing as I was just talking about him earlier, and he made a video on this guy, probably Tommy Tallarico. But also, don't get hurt if someone criticizes your voice. I mean, I'm sure, like, if I ever get the honor to voice in a game, there's gonna be people who hate my performance. But you know, I got to have my name in the credits of a video game. I think that's pretty cool. I'll take that. You know, get better with my craft over time. Don't take it negatively. Like, oh, people are dicks, but you know, at the end of the day, who's in the video game? Be me, 20. Older sister asked me to watch her kids so she and her husband can have a date night. Very annoyed, but agree. A couple days later, hang out with 4-year-old niece. Take her to the park, nobody there. Push her on the swing. Play tag on the playground with her. Play hide and seek. Watch out for her as she balances across the low stone walls that hold mulch on the playground. Play many more games together. Some kids show up and play with her. I get a break and talk with their moms. They tell me that I'm such a good dad for playing with my daughter. Don't have the heart to tell them she's actually my niece. 2.5 hours later, niece tires out, carry her home, make ravioli and grilled asparagus for dinner. After dinner, watch sea life documentaries together on the couch. She falls asleep in my lap. I really want kids now, bros. I haven't had this much fun in ages. I need to find a fembot. A what? I looked it up. This is a robot that looks like a woman, so I can have a family. Kids are just so precious. He discovered the joy of being a father, but then ruined it by saying fembot. We were riding so high for him that it went downhill. Great grandpa died. Know for a fact he had his 1911 he was issued from when he served. Nobody in family is anti-gun, but nobody really cares about guns that much either. Most anybody but me owns is a Mossberg 500. Let everybody know I want that gun. I'll buy it. I don't care how much. Grandma got the 1911, was gonna give it to me. Went to the gun store to get it transferred because she doesn't really get how freedom works. Guy at the gun store talks her into trading it in for a first generation S&W M&P in 40. Go to the gun store and attempt to buy it from them. Nah, don't know what you're talking about, man. Check out this Kimber though, we have a great price on it. Ooh, that's tough, dude. Poor grandma didn't know, and now he's being a tough businessman. Grand Theft Auto 6 will have a playable female protagonist, report claims. Stumble on a random male NPC, fight starts, get one punch in the face, dies. No, I wouldn't say it's that quick. The ferocity of one kick to the balls is documented in history. The male NPCs have a weakness. Giant weak spot. In the original Cyberpunk board game, if the GM decides that the story is over, then they use Atom Smasher to end it. Rather violently at that. He's not supposed to be beatable. CDPR did this guy dirty. Who's Atom Smasher? I haven't played Cyberpunk, so I have no idea who this is. Atom Smasher is a full Borg. So what? Is he just like supposed to be the final boss of final bosses? Is that his whole thing? Be me! First year engineering student. Forced to take an engineering ethics class. Drilled into us that a lot of what we learn can be used to cause harm, and we need to be careful. Be me. Second year engineering student. Forced to take another engineering ethics course. Drilled into us that we have an obligation to society to use our skills for betterment. Be me. Third year engineering student. Learned that Lockheed Martin sponsors my school's engineering program. Get offered a 6-figure job building missile targeting systems at LM. My counselors and professors pushed me to take the job. It's so over for this race. Is alimony really that bad? In before, Brendan Fraser. Is worse. Imagine paying money to an ex who cheated on you while you have split custody of your offspring. She's literally stealing half of her own child's future because she refuses to grow up and get a job. What's alimony for? I'm actually uneducated in this. Alimony is what? It's to provide financial support to the spouse before or after marital separation or divorce. Interesting. I'm trying to think about where that would come into play. I'm not well versed in this kind of stuff, so I'm not sure like exactly qualifies for alimony. I live in I think it's like if one spouse earns more than the other, then like maybe that's just in California. But I could see why that would come in, especially if there's split custody. I don't know. I'm not educated enough to give a take on that. If it's really the worst thing in the world. Did Brendan Fraser have to pay alimony? Oh man. Yeah, he was forced to pay 900 grand a year in alimony. That's a crazy amount of money. Especially because like around that time, those payments were really hard to make for him because he stopped acting, didn't he? Or at least like really slowed. That's tough. biblically accurate angels, mature anime, lost media, unconventional Christmas movies, uncanny valley, liminal spaces, strangely familiar places, all tomorrows, Junji Ito, Akira, Neon Evangelion, Serial Experiment Lane, 4chan's an anime website, simulation theory, so bad it's good. Full soy face. We're having the biggest chungus moment right about now. Don't know anything about Danish cuisine? Look up famous Danish foods. First result is long eggs. What the f is wrong with you? What is long eggs? That's and you slice it traditionally? Like it's a piece of meat? Wait, this is baller. That's funny. Honey, you've barely touched your long egg. Ray Skywalker. Absolute garbage. I left the theater after I heard it. Yeah, no shit, that's when the movie ended. You're supposed to. Riding on elevator, door opens, 2 guys and a girl get on. Great. Look up at the ceiling so I don't have to acknowledge the existence of other people. Suddenly the woman pipes up. It's okay to say hi, you know. Look at her. Realize she's famous, but I have no idea who she is. 2 guys must be her bodyguards. Tap my ear and mouth. I'm on the phone. There's nothing in my ear, by the way. No earbuds or Bluetooth or no nothing. She looks confused and sort of sad. Get off at my floor. Yeah, sorry, it was just someone on the elevator. Still don't know who it was. Dude, reality check for her, huh? I feel like every famous person can do with one of those, but I also feel like once you reach a certain level, that's kind of preferred, right? The normalcy? Witness pulls gun on the district attorney. It jams and the district attorney punches and disarms him. Carbon fiber, 28 caliber, made in China. If you want to kill a public servant, Mr. Maroney, I suggest you buy American. Then the whole audience clapped. As a non-American, I still don't understand whether this was meant to be satire or not. I'm not a gun guy, so I don't know either. Maybe it was... Maybe? I don't know. Trans girl. Live in a conservative state with my dad. Dad is a gun-loving center-right Republican. Dad saw all the anti-trans political stuff happening on the news. Dad asked me how I feel about moving to a blue state so I can be comfortable and happy. Aw, hey, that's sweet. TFW, my dad loves me after all. Cause listen, you're his daughter, you're his kid, and he's gonna protect his kid at all costs. That's what's up. I f***ed up, bros. Talking to my GS friend, she mentioned she's on her period. Mentions it makes her act up in passing comment. What the f*** does she mean? Act up? Ask her. Bluntly says it makes her horny. Already treading treacherous ground at this point. Try to break the ice and say the same happens with my GF. She chuckles. Crisis averted. Says she hasn't had any in a while. At this point, I'm rock hard and come on, man. Lose all sense of reason. I ask if she needs a hand. She immediately screen caps it and sends it to my GF. How the f do I get her this one? Dude, I mean, you... dummy. Real dummy hours. Fucking need a hand. Dummy. Stupid. It's horrible. You say download Tinder. That's your move. You tell them, hey, there's apps for that. You go solve that. Or, you know, move on from the topic. Ideally, be me a week ago. High as balls at 1 in the morning downtown. Find a random Chinese food place. Munchies.jpg. Go inside. Place is greasy as all hell. 2 other people there. Only staff I see is 1 guy at the counter. Order food and sit. Reeks like cigs. Eat. Best food I've ever eaten. The sheer flavor in each bite is like 1,000 exploding stars on my tongue. Leave feeling the best I've felt in years. Go home and sleep it off. Today, search the entirety of downtown. Chinese place is gone without a trace. What the f? It's there when you need it most and goes on to help the next poor soul. At work, working with a Zoomer, he asks for some files. Send him a .zip. Hey Annan, the file you sent me is broken. Figured it got corrupted, re-zip and send again. It's still broken, Annan. Goes to his computer. He shows me how it's broken. Find out that Zoomers have no idea what zip files are. How are Zoomers somehow less technologically inclined than literal boomers? I don't know. I actually had no idea that there would be people who didn't know how zip files work. That's a culture shock to me. Feels like it's a folder with a zip on it. It feels obvious. Be me, 19-year-old 6'6" university student. Most of the contact hours are spent on groups of 8 to 13 people. Be with the same girl on back-to-back courses. She's about 5'5", blonde, piercing blue eyes, kind, smart, funny, and modest. We have to do a project in pairs, so I ask her. She sits next to me when there's other closer seats available. We work together a bit and she seems to enjoy talking to me. She texts me saying she's a bit ill and asks if we can reschedule. Chat for a bit and I say I hope she's feeling better soon. She responds with a red heart emoji. Obviously, I'm not going to start anything till our project is done, but do you guys think I might be in there? She's really lovely. Well, don't take that as a sure sign. Like that's not. Don't take the single red heart as the go-ahead. Don't. Bad move. Bad move. I hope it works well though. Be me. Playing video on a Sunday night. Phone rings. It's mom. Annan, do you know what powered the initial versions of the F-104 Starfighter? Huh? .jpeg. The General Electric J79 fed by 2 radial-mounted half-shot cone intakes. Why are you asking? Hear a muffled cheer in the background. Turns out my parents were playing a trivia night and used me as their lifeline. MFW, being an aviation nerd, won my parents 10 grand. Hey, good job. Niche interests working out. Be me. Student of health, only male in class of 30. One day, teacher's talking about something or another. And on a 7-point scale, how much do you want kids when you're older? Immediately snaps out of my trance. Embarrassing as it may be, I have always wanted kids. Answer truthfully. I don't know, like 6? Teacher smiles and switches to the next slide. It was found in a study that a high desire for children correlated with low testosterone and more female characteristics. Damn, what the f, teach? Entire class starts laughing at me. Should I have just gone into bricklaying? That teacher's mean, dude. Peter, I don't want to hear about your 2 jobs, university internship, dead parents, dead uncle, and 1 living related soul who is a sick old lady, financial struggles, loss of your house, and your scooter that got demolished in a car accident. Why didn't you show up to my play? I have to f Chad now. Bye. Roll credits. 260 pounds. This was considered comically obese in 1990. What would that scale say today? Got my ass beat when I was 7 because I called my mom by her name. Got my ass beat so quick I thought calling a parent by their name was a super forbidden satanic bullshit thing. Steadily forgot my mom's entire name as I grew up and never questioned it. If her name was brought up in a conversation, I thought whoever was talking about some random person. Fast forward to 2 months ago, she passed away. Her headstone was processed and it had the name Christina on it. The entire family was around and I thought someone else had died other than my mom, with their name chiseled into the headstone. I opened my mouth and asked my sister who Christina was. Immediately the whole room went quiet and my sister screamed at me, wondering how I didn't know my mom's actual name. I went into detail why. Then I got called a piece of shit. Oh, there's no winning, man. The majority of the family hasn't talked to me in weeks. Is there a way I could mend this situation? I mean, I don't know. Fuck, man, get a new family, I guess. No skins, no progression, no balance changes, no new content, no events, no brand tie-ins. How didn't boomers get bored out of their mind playing this shit? Because it was fun. Why didn't he turn into a snake? Trade secret, Mr. President. Particle bean and a wristwatch, snake holster on the leg. I was watching this Rick and Morty episode with a friend and he started laughing, saying it was a really clever joke. I don't get it personally. So yeah, he tricked people into thinking his particle beam turned them into snakes, but what's so funny about it? I'm not gonna get it either. I don't know why that's funny. I'm not gonna pretend to know why that's funny. Uncle texts me saying if I could babysit his 8-year-old son because he wants a night alone with his wife. Agree because he's a hard-working man and I know he needs a break. They bring him over. He also brought a non-working Samsung phone because he loves it for some reason. We watch SpongeBob, I cook him dinner, and we eat. At this point, I don't really know what to do to entertain him besides watching a movie or any other show. Idea.exe. Grab my precision screwdriver set. Tell him we're gonna open the phone to see if there's anything wrong inside it. Oh, dude, this is cute. Wait, his eyes are shining as I instruct him how to unscrew the tiny screws in the phone. Does it like a pro. He takes the back cover off. I notice that there are 2 crooked connectors. I tell him what it is, instruct him how to plug it back on. Instruct him to screw the phone back on, tell him to hold the power button. The screen lights up. He has the most pure, joyful, happiest face I've ever seen in my life. That's a core memory for him, and now he's gonna be fascinated with taking things apart. You've created a new interest for him. That's awesome. Hear that sprinting increases testosterone due to fight or flight. Figure that if I sprint and listen to lion roaring sound effects, I could double the effects. Gonna wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow and do some sprints while listening to lions roaring. Has anyone tried this? Any scientific proof that this works? I mean, I gotta see the updates now. That puts me invested, dude. I gotta see what happens. Past 4 years been saving all my vacation days. Plan was to eventually have enough vacation days that I could live off a full paycheck workless for an extended period. Just found out that vacation days do not stack. I keep none of the days I didn't use at the end of each year. Life. Be me. Work for a big organization. New, huge building. My office is on the 4th floor. Every morning the lifts are crowded no matter how early it is. Check the stairs. Abandoned. Start taking the stairs exclusively. Feel energized throughout the day. Coworkers started joining me. Even we're just gonna say the big guy is joining. FFW. Humidity issues in the stairwell. Black mold started to spread everywhere. Coworkers stopped taking the stairs. Filed a complaint. Received an answer. The stairs are for emergency use only. You were advised to use the many lifts located in the attached map as shown. MFW, I still take the stairs. Todd Howard is forced to make a documentary for Bethesda. He spends 2 minutes talking about their older games. That's it. Valve makes a documentary. It's over an hour long and it literally talks about philosophy and how they incorporated that into their game design. How they put so much effort in just doing small stuff like bullet hole decals or writing a new type of sound reverb engine that nobody else did before to make you actually feel like you were at Black Mesa. Gabe is still supporting Linux, runs a company with well-paid workers that isn't held hostage by the stock market, and gives daily deals for all his games and indie devs a platform to shine against the growing monopolization of the games industry. As far as billionaires go, Gabe is probably the least evil one. And I mean, Steam has its problems, but there's a reason they love Gabe Newell. Be an advanced alien race capable of intergalactic travel, have shoulder-mounted laser cannons, nuke gauntlets, personal cloaking tech, etc. Tend to use none of it intelligently, sometimes opt not to use it at all. Get hyper-advanced ass kicked by monkeys armed with black powder weapons. Man, Predators kind of f***ing suck. Yeah, I mean, they get their asses kicked all the time by beings less powerful than them. It's because it's not an honorable kill to them yet. It's gotta be honorable for them to kill it. In this game, you play as a cat. Holy shit, that's awesome. Lost in a mysterious robot world. That's really f***ing neat, with a snarky robot sidekick who speaks English and never shuts up. Oh, that's, all the robots are just people but metal, and the game is you doing fetch quests for them. The gameplay is walking and contextually pressing X, and you play as a cat. Close tab. I've never played Stray, so I can't vouch for whether or not that's an accurate description of the game. Is that how the game works? It's got really popular reviews. It can't be that bad, is it? I mean, if it's just like a linear game, that's fine. I don't think there's an issue with that. Main character is black, no media controversy, is well loved, story is Kino. How did Telltale pull it off? It's a good game. 27 years old. Was that Kingdom Hearts? KH Virgin? I don't know what that is. Meet a 31-year-old cute single mom. She has a 7-year-old boy. Starts showing interest in me. Thinks I'm cool, flirts, eventually asks me out. The date was awesome. I was nervous and she thought it was cute. Drops her at her place, the nanny is just leaving. Hey Anna, my kid is already sleeping. Don't you want to come in? Holy shit, it's happening. .jpg. Small talk on the couch. She jumps on top of me and starts making out with me. Sex.jpg. I've never felt so happy in life. Been together for 2 months. Her kid is a cool guy. Loves dinosaurs. We go to the museum, see some fossils. I buy him ice cream and a toy triceratops. Uncle Anna, this is the best day ever. Aw. For the first time in my life, I feel a fraction of what being a father is like. I feel purpose and drive. My job doesn't seem pointless anymore. I look forward to meeting them and doing family stuff together. Am I making a huge mistake? I think I'm gonna marry this woman and adopt a little guy. I think that's sweet. I think if having children is something you want, it's really sweet. Not for me personally, but it's really cute to see people like find that whole new world of like, oh, this is like another purpose. It's really cute. BCDPR. Make third of the map a greenhouse. Still not enough food to feed the entire Night City. What do they eat? I don't know. We waited 12 years for this. Soak it in, man. Be me, flat as a board. Decide to stop wearing bras because annoying. Wear a lot of crop tops / thin shirts. Sometimes outline of nipples are visible. Catch one of my friends staring one day. Mind blown. Is this what girls with big knockers feel like all the time? What a phrase, big knockers. It was strangely ego boosting, holy shit. Good for her, she got an ego boost. Get sentenced to death in a court of law. Can end up free if you agree to fight to the death and win. Can get someone else to fight for you. Who came up with this garbage? And Pedro Pascal lost that fight too, and he's so handsome. What are the long-term effects of Skibidi Toilet and similar Gen A brain rot going to be? So far, I can observe that it seems to be giving today's children some kind of ADHD or psychosis. I work in a school and absolutely hate having to deal with the children who watch this garbage. Attention span absolutely annihilated, cannot stay still for 5 seconds, they need stimulation 24/7, constantly yelling, Skibidi Toilet, yay yay! So loud I can hear it down the hall. Think loud sounds and incomprehensible gibberish is the peak of comedy. Zero social skills at all. Vocabulary is severely lacking for their ages. Casual cursing and moaning. Yeah, people going, oh yeah. Yep, don't you, yeah. That's been around even before Gen A. Absolutely zero respect. They feel comfortable punching and kicking teachers when they don't get their way. Unironically, what can be done about this, bros? I give thanks to Jesus that I didn't grow up with things like Skibbity Toilet. We had MLG and stuff like that, but I had substance. My brain rot was substance filled. Come on, man. Every generation's got brain rot. School with teachers with hormones out of control. Teaching students spells like Obliviate, Imperio, Wingardium Leviosa, Colloportus, Petrificus Totalis. Yeah, I'm sure nothing bad happens. I don't know what most of those spells do, so I'm not gonna pretend like I know this joke. Be me, 9 years old, shopping at Toys R Us. Pick out some Barbie dolls. Go to checkout. Clerk smiles and asks, oh, are you shopping for your sister or cousin? Nope, for me. Aren't those toys a little girly for you? I need some horrors for my G.I. Joes. Damn, all right, man. Like, I just work here, dude. Sees weird space octopus man, goes insane. LMAO, garbage writing. Y'all literally go insane whenever you see a trans person. He wasn't too far-fetched. And there's no reply. Empty after that, soulless like his eyes. We're gonna take that as a trans win. Try taking my family to a fun, calming nature hike in the American wilderness. Pick out an easy, flat footpath. Trail is made of a wooden bridge over a beautiful marshland in fall. Super easy. Lots of sights, including mountain views and waterfalls. Family gets 300 meters in and turns around. Mother, what are you even doing this for? Are we going into town on the other side? It's a loop. Sisters, ew, we got mud all over our sneakers. It's less than 50 meters of mud trail before the boardwalk. One of them is nearly 30, by the way. Why do I even try? Honestly, I was hoping to find one person I could go on hikes with, but I guess it wasn't their jam. Dude, I still haven't hiked yet. I'd love to try it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Gets an opportunity to have every wish of hers granted, immediately turns herself white. What? What did Disney mean by this? Is that what happens in Wish? I haven't seen anything much about Wish other than like people not liking it. And also I saw this post that like, I don't know if it was real or not, but it talked about how Wish sets up like a shared universe. I have no idea what happens in this movie. Writers create character with views they disagree with and despise, tries to make him unlikable, ends up being one of the most beloved characters. Why does this always happen? Well, it's hard to dislike a character who's, played by Jensen Ackles. Very classically handsome man. It's hard for me to dislike him. So you might want to start there. It's usually what it is. The character, they hate the character, but they love the actor. And they love Jensen Ackles.